Yeah, hello friends. My name is Abiodun Fike Smith, and I'm here to show you a simple and easiest way to create sustainable daily and long-term income on the blockchain. Yes, this information is all about showing you a simple way. I mean, a very, very simple way and easiest way to create sustainable daily income and long-term income on the blockchain. I know the goal of majority of the people is to, have a daily income source, something that can be very sustainable, not an income source that will come today and go tomorrow, and or an income source that will take your money as investment, and before you know, it's crashed, it is crumbled, and this is the scenario that keep happening to a lot of people. And the reason is that, they don't have the knowledge on what to really do that can be very sustainable and be long term. And also, some are greedy, of course. They want the quick cash now, the quick flow now. And even when they know it's not going to be there for them in the long term, they just want that quick fix. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make anybody feel good. Okay. But here, right now, all I need you to do is pay attention, please. Pay absolute attention because this might be the game changer for you. And this might be all you've been looking for, because truly this is something that you can sustain for years to come, for decades to come, and it's going to pay you massively. It's going to create for you daily income, and even if you want long-term income. And that is it. And now let me ask you a question before I go ahead. If somebody told you when the internet was launching in the world, and somebody told you, come invest on the internet, and this is a technology that will be there for years, for decades, for centuries, and and you did invest, what do you think will be happening to you today? You'll be making money on a daily basis, not even on a daily basis. You'll be making money per second, because the internet is a very massive technology that has come to stay and can never be taken away. In fact, it's an technology that has added value to our everyday living, and it has become an integral part of our lives, without which most of us can't do anything. So think of it like this, that I'm also bringing to you a technology like the internet, something that if you invest in today, if you understand it today, can, open the flood can open the floodgates of wealth for you for decades to come, for years to come, for even centuries to come. So just pay attention, because this is all you need, and this is all you're going to ever need when it comes to creating wealth for yourself, daily or long term. All right, now you want to ask, what actually is the blockchain? And for the purpose of those who really don't know what this is, I'm going to briefly explain what a blockchain is. So you want to ask, what actually is a blockchain? Or you are that person that have been hearing blockchain, 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 and you don't know what this really is. Now, please pay attention. You see, at every age and time, there are technologies that come to this world and change things up. Just like I mentioned formally about the internet. Also, the blockchain is a technology, that brings decentralization to this world, to you, for you and me, especially when it comes to finances. The blockchain is a technology that brings power, that brings autonomy, that brings freedom, that brings security, that brings control, total and absolute control over our finances, our assets, and all of that. And that is why it is a decentralized system, all right? And the truth is, this is one of the biggest technology of our time, one of the biggest technology of our time. That's why everybody needs to pay attention to what the blockchain really is, because if you are not paying attention to technology, then you'll be left behind. If you are not paying attention, once again, I'm saying that, to technology and how technology is changing the world, and various technology that are coming to change things on the face of this planet, then you'll be left behind. And if you don't want to be left behind, you better listen to this now, understand it, and take action. It's not just about listening, but understand it and take action. All right. And that's why I'm here for you. Anyways, okay, so let's go forward. Now, you want to know what the blockchain is in its simplest form. Now, the blockchain is the biggest technology of our time. Like I said, it is a secure digital ledger, okay, that records transactions across many computers, making it nearly impossible to alter or hack. That means this is a technology that cannot be hacked. It cannot be altered. It is not controlled by humans. There is no error in it. It is a programmed technology that does things properly and that records information properly without any third party being able to change anything or hack anything or perform any kind of fraud, okay? It is a decentralized system that ensures transparency and trust without needing a central authority. Okay, gone are the days when the central authority were the ones in charge of our finances and our lives generally, like the big banks, the big corporations, the government, the central banks, they handle the finances, they do everything. So it is the decision and policy they make that affect us, and we are left in a rut kind of where we can't do anything. But in this time and age, the blockchain has actually taken us out of that rut and hand over power to us. So all that makes the difference now is the information you have about how this technology works, and you can be free for life when it comes to your financials and your asset. All right. So this technology, of course, makes it useful for cryptocurrencies, which is the money of today. Of course, contract and secure data management. So, in essence, this is like the internet. It is a big technology. And of course, some people call this the internet of value. This is where you can find value, the internet of money. And the blockchain is really where you want to be if you want to earn, if you want to create true financial freedom for yourselves because of all what it brings along with it. Okay, so now let's go to talk about the types of blockchain. The types of blockchain. We have different layers of blockchain from layer 0 to layer 1, layer 2, and some other ones. But I'm going to be talking about these 3 layers because these are the most common layers. All right, starting from the layer 0. Okay, this technology called the layer 0 blockchain is actually the foundation of every blockchain. Okay, it is actually the infrastructure for building blockchains. And this technology, of course, enables cross-chain interoperability. It means it allows operations between one blockchain and another. Okay, and of course, that also allows for communication between blockchains and also consensus algorithms, which is agreements of operations between blockchains. And the layer 0 blockchain like I said, is the foundational layer of the entire blockchain system. It provides the underlying infrastructure upon which every other blockchains like Ethereum and Bitcoin and the rest are built. Think of it as the internet of blockchain. So the layer 0 blockchain is actually the most fundamental blockchain that makes every other blockchains function properly. So, and it means this is the real deal. Okay. Now, talking of the layer 0 blockchain, I also want you to think of it as the roads, highways, and protocols that connect different cities. And those different cities are the blockchains. Okay. So, example of layer 0, you have Polkadot, Cosmos, Avalanche, and AKASHA. They are not really much of all the blockchains, but I'll be coming to that. Okay, so in brief, this is what the layer 0 blockchain is. So I want you to go this over and over because I really want to be brief as much as I can on this presentation. Now, the next layer of blockchain is called the layer 1 blockchain. Okay, the layer 1 blockchain is actually the base blockchain. And what does that mean? It means these are the actual blockchain networks that run applications to process transactions, host smart contracts, and maintain consensus. So these are the actual blockchains. All right. So examples are Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, BNB, Cardano, and the rest. Okay, and think of this layer 1 blockchain as a city built on top of the roads. Now, the roads is the layer 1, okay? Now, the city built on top of the roads with its own rules and economy. So these layer 1 blockchains are just like economies. They have their own different economies, their own different rules and all that. But it's the layer 0 that now brings them together and allow communication and operations to be able to happen between and amongst them. All right. So this in brief is what the layer 1 blockchain is. And talking about the layer 2 blockchain technology is a scaling layer. They are like the third parties, built on layer 2. I mean, built on layer 1 So these are like third parties. They're like the last layer. They are built on the layer one to improve scalability and efficiency, to reduce congestion and fees on layer one by processing transactions off chain or in batches. Now you can think of this layer two as the express lanes or bridges that help reduce traffic in the city. And that city is layer one. The road is the layer zero, the city is the layer one, and the express lanes and bridges is the layer two. So these are the different layers and all that. And from what you've listened to, this is telling you that the layer zero is actually the fundamental, is the main thing, and if you get across a layer, if you come across a layer zero, then you are good to go. That's one of the best technology that can happen to you. Then followed by a layer one, then the layer two. But I have videos for that can open you more into all of that, so that we won't take much time about that on this presentation. All right, now another simple analogy is this. The layer zero can be likened to the floor, holding and connecting all the tables. Your table stands on your floor. So without the floor, the table cannot have it standing. It cannot stand. So your layer zero is like the floor, holding the tables, okay? And your layer one can be likened to the individual table standing on the floor, okay? And while the layer two can be likened to plates on the table, So this is just me trying to make this very, very simple for you to grasp. Okay, so let's get on. Now, I want to show you that since now you know what the blockchain is, and you know it's one of the biggest technologies of our time that you don't want to miss out on, and it's a place that can give you transparency, that can give you security, that can guarantee you all of that without you having to lose anything. Then you want to understand a simple and easiest way to create generational wealth, daily income, long-term income on this space, on the blockchain, in crypto. All right. Now, I'm glad to tell you that there are many ways you can earn from the blockchain or crypto, but I'm only going to focus on the easiest, simplest, and about the most lucrative that doesn't require your knowledge or skill and can generate you daily income while you can focus or do other things. And this is called the blockchain node. This is a mechanism called the blockchain node. All right. So this is something that can actually help you, or this is something you can leverage on to actually create wealth for yourself on the blockchain, if you understand this. And for those who understand, I'm also going to be explaining what this is, the blockchain node. Okay, so let's delve into that quickly. Now, what is a blockchain node? A blockchain node is any device that participates in the operation of a blockchain network by playing the role of maintaining the distributed ledger and ensuring the integrity and security of the blockchain. All right. Nodes help maintain the network by storing, node helps maintain the network by storing, validating, and broadcasting transactions and blocks on the blockchain. So actually, nodes are like softwares that helps in the operation of a blockchain, to put it simple. So they are actually performing tasks. They have things to do that keeps the blockchain running. And that is what a blockchain node is. All right. And now, to understand better, it can be described as a machine or a software that generates income for you by performing certain operations on the blockchain, which I've just said. And node operators or node owners get daily rewards for these operations performed. And this is what this is all about. I hope that's very understandable. Now, how does blockchain node works? How do these things, how do they work? Okay. Now, operating a blockchain node can be simple or complex depending on the type of node and the blockchain it's on. Okay, it means there are different kind of nodes, but I won't be going into that. I'm taking you somewhere here. Just follow me. So and it also depends on the blockchain, okay? So now, but let me just give you an overview, a general overview or a general breakdown of how this works, of how the blockchain node works, okay? Now, a blockchain node, first of all, is something you must download. It's a software, okay? Install it on a server or computer or a cloud machine. Then number two is you must sync with the blockchain. Once synced, it becomes part of the network. Then three, of course, always stay online. The node must remain connected to other nodes to send and receive new transactions, validate and relay new blocks, help maintain the decentralized network. Of course, security and maintenance always needed, regularly needed. All right. So this is how a typical blockchain node works. And I know you will be asking and saying, oh, how can I get this done? This looks like something complex. How can I get to download, have a computer, and I'll be online for syncing and all that? Don't worry, because the good news is this. The good news is you don't have to do all of that. The good news is you can own a blockchain node. You can be a part of a blockchain node very easily without going through the above stress and complexities that I've just mentioned. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you, but that there's a process, a typical way that it's been done. And okay, so right now the good news is you need no knowledge, skill, or any work required. Okay, and in the next slide, I'm going to be showing you and introducing you to a multi-layer blockchain that offers this perfectly. So pay attention. You don't need nothing. All you need is you're listening, you're digesting this, and you're taking action with nothing. Okay, so just follow me through. Okay, so now I'm going to be introducing you to a great and verifiable blockchain that can offer you so much wealth through the blockchain node. Okay, plus daily income and all of that, which is what you really want. Okay, so now before I go into that, I'm going to put on this disclaimer that this is just for informational purposes. I'm not your financial advisor. You have the right to do your own research. But one thing is, this is an information that is giving a lot of people financial freedom and the information of our time. Okay, so you just need to make your own decision and take this as an information to guide you. All right. Okay. So now I'm introducing you and welcoming you to AKASHA. AKASHA. I mean, let somebody say AKASHA. AKASHA. What is AKASHA? AKASHA is a layer zero blockchain. Don't forget that I said the other time that if you come across a layer zero blockchain, then you are good to go. Because the truth is, of all the hundreds to thousands of blockchains that are available on the planet, the layer zero are not much. They are between 3 and 5, or maximum, they are not more than 8. So, but AKASHA, among these very few ones, supersedes them all with its breakthrough technology, okay, because it bonds every other blockchain together. As you can see, it bonds every other blockchain together. AKASHA bonding every other blockchain together and makes a lot happen between every other blockchain, just like I've mentioned to you and I've explained to you what a layer zero blockchain actually is. So this is a real technology, and this AKASHA layer zero blockchain is actually powered by Ultron blockchain. The Ultron blockchain gave birth to the AKASHA blockchain as a layer zero blockchain. So these are powerful combination, two powerful technology coming together here to create something unique, something phenomenal, something that hasn't been experienced technologically in this world before. And something massive is going to happen, or is about to happen to somebody listening to me right now if you take this information very, very, very seriously. All right, having said that, and unveiling the power of a layer zero blockchain to you, let's take this further. Okay. All right, now, if you want to go into something, you want to know the reasons why you should be going into that thing. You want to know some reasons that makes it potent for you to actually, make a decision, or for something that you want to base your decision on some potent parameters to give yourself that confidence that, yes, this is the right thing. And once I go into this, I'm going into it 100 and I'm not looking back. Now I'm going to be unveiling some reasons why the AKASHA layer zero blockchain is your best bet. I'm going to be unveiling that to you. Number one, Ultron is powered. I mean, AKASHA has been powered by Ultron. Okay. And number one, This blockchain is verifiable, is a verifiable layer 0/layer 1 because the Ultron is a layer 1 among the top 10 blockchains, among top blockchains on DeFi Llama. Now, what is DeFi Llama? DeFi Llama is an aggregator, is a third-party aggregator that lists blockchains and that bring out the top of the top blockchains in the world. This is a platform where if you want to identify blockchains and you want to know the real blockchains, the real blockchain projects, just go to DeFi Llama and you will see them there. This is one way to be able to identify the real blockchain technology. And in the next 2 seconds, I quickly want to take you to this DeFi Llama and show you that our technology is also on the list of the biggest blockchain technologies in the world. And like I said before, this technology, we have millions, thousands to millions of them, but the few ones, but the best ones are few. And this is the list, okay? Okay, let me show you what you need to do first. When you come here, all you want to do is, let me do this, is you want to type on your browser defilama.com, okay? defilama.com. And when you do that, you want to come to chains. You want to come to chains, okay? You want to come to chains here, and chains means blockchains, okay? So when you do that, click on that, then it brings you to this page that I'm on, okay? And all you just need to do is scroll through. You can see the number one blockchain in the world, Ethereum. A lot of people know this Ethereum, and you can see every other parameters that is attributed to it, but I wouldn't be going into all of that. I have a different video that explains all of this, okay? So you can see number 2 Solana, number 3 is Bitcoin, number 4 is Binance Smart Chain, BSC, 5 is Tron. These are some of the biggest blockchains in the world, and you can okay, but let's just go straight to what we are looking for. Let's see. Okay, let me show you how many of these blockchains exist. So you can know that a lot of people tell you blockchains and tell you a lot of stuff that you put your money and you lose money because the real things are not much. Here you can see that they are just 378. And in these 378, you can see some that are still just about coming up with nothing yet. Okay, so you want to go to something that is very reasonable now and it's accessible, okay? And I'll be telling you more of that as I go on, but I just want to show you for the purpose of clarity that our blockchain is verifiable. So it is a real thing. It is a real thing, okay? Okay, where is it? Should be, I find it around here. Okay, around here, I guess. Okay, okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, here is it. Here is it. So here we have the Ultron blockchain. The Ultron is the father, mother of AKASHA. So it's a protocol here. Okay. So now that you have seen the Ultron blockchain that powered the AKASHA, so this means I've been able to verify this for you. So here, but on my other presentations, you can get to see full details of this. I'm trying to make this presentation as short as possible. So let's go forward. Let's go forward. I've been able to prove that this is verifiable, okay? And that is very, very important for me, okay? Let's go forward. Okay, now, so we proved that. So number 2, why AKASHA? AKASHA, why AKASHA? AKASHA node pays you daily passive income for 10 years. This is massive, guys. This is massive. You don't have other blockchain doing this, but AKASHA pays you daily straight income every day for 10 years, guys. This is massive. Then number 3 reason is one of the few layer 0 blockchains that offer no services. You see, most of those blockchains that you saw that I took you to see, most of them don't offer node services. There are very few blockchains that offer node services. And like I said, we have just about 5 layer zeros, 5 to 8 layer zeros. If I'm just trying to magnify it, we have about 3 to 5, but let me say 8 at all the thousands or hundreds of blockchains and cryptos. So out of this, we have just 5. So this is a big deal, guys. So it's one of the few layer 0 blockchains that offer node services. So number 4 reason is that why AKASHA? Why AKASHA? 4th reason, okay? Let's see. Fourth reason is that let me see. Easy access. All right. Easy access. What is easy access? The Akasha supernode is easily accessible with no complex structures. It means you don't need to do anything. You are not downloading anything. You are not syncing anything. All you just need is nothing. As long as you have a phone and some few things I'm going to tell you, don't actually need anything. So there are no complex structures. No complex structures. Okay. Okay, so that's about that. So what else again? I think that's about that. So let's go to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. All right, now, okay. Another reason, which is the fifth reason, is high rewards. High rewards. What do we mean by this? The Akasha reward rate is high as two from 2% to 13% every month, depending on the node, okay? While other blockchains like Solana and Ethereum offer around 8% to 10% yearly. You can see that Akasha offers you 2 to 13% monthly, while those other powerful blockchains offers you 8 to 10% yearly. You can see the different guys, all right? And that's that. Then we have affordability. Akasha is very, very affordable. Akasha is thinking of the masses, okay? Why? Because you can acquire the Akasha super node with a barest minimum entry level of $50, minimum entry level. While the entry level on other blockchains spans from 32, like if you are going to do on Ethereum, you must have a minimum of 32 Ethereum. A minimum of 32 Ethereum. And as of now, one Ethereum is about $2,000, meaning you must have a minimum of $64,000 before you can be able to take part on that blockchain node, which is Ethereum. And others, they are very expensive. But with Akasha, Akasha thinks of you and I, thinks of everybody so that everybody can take advantage of this blockchain. All right. So that is that. Then there is what we call speed, which is very important. Akasha is one of the very fastest when it comes to transaction processing, and also it has one of the lowest fees, and that is why this is taking over the whole world right now. Okay, so these are some of the reasons that was looked into to make Akasha the real thing, to decide that, okay, Akasha is the best to go with because it gives all the possibilities. And most of the other blockchains are not accessible. You can't access them. It's only big corporations, the big boys that can access them. But Akasha is here for you and I to give us that part, that our lot, which ordinarily we won't have access to. Okay, so I hope I can round this up soon. Now, let's go and talk about the supernodes of Akasha. Let's talk about the supernodes. What are the supernodes and what access can you have, or how much, or what do you actually need? First of all, you must understand that the super nodes, the Akasha nodes pays you 10 years passive income. I've stressed that. Okay. Then the bigger node pays the higher rewards. Bigger node pays higher reward. It means the bigger node you can get, the higher rewards you will get. Okay. And apart from these guys, there's something phenomenal here as well. And that is node owners. Node owners share 50% of all transaction fees on Akasha network. One big way the all these blockchains generate income, billions of dollars, is through transaction fees or gas fees. Transaction fees or gas fees, okay? But they don't share this with you. They don't share it with you. But Akasha is going to be sharing 50% of all transaction fees with every node owners. As long as you own a node, you are going to also be getting 50%, I mean a share of 50% of all the transaction fees as long as this exists. And because it's blockchain, of course, blockchain don't die. It will keep existing and getting better. This is the technology of our time, just like the internet don't die, okay? Now, let's go to the packages. Let's quickly talk about the packages. Now, we have different packages spanning from the basic, okay, the standard, the advanced, the pro, the ultra, and the elite. Okay, now let's take gradually all of these. Now, the basic comes for $50, 50 USDT. Don't forget that this supernode, they are softwares or machines that will keep printing money for you as they take part in validating transactions and doing all this other stuff on the blockchain. Okay, they work and they deliver you profits. Okay, so but to get these softwares or these machines comes with you buying them, owning them as your assets before they keep printing more. So what you need to do, first of all, you need to buy the software or the machine. Okay, so if you, for example, if you buy the basic package, which is $50, okay, the next thing you do is you are going to load some coins on it, some coins. And what are those coins you will load on it? You are going to load ULX or AKASHA. Now, let me write that here. Now, there are two currencies here, two native currencies of this blockchain. Now, I told you the Ultron blockchain is the blockchain powering the AKASHA blockchain. Now, for the Ultron blockchain, which is the same ecosystem, the native currency for that is the ULX. ULX. Let me put the ULX. So you are going to be needing ULX, while the native currency for the AKASHA is called AKASHA or AK1111. So these are the two native currencies we are going to be needing. And if you are listening to this and you don't understand what currencies, cryptocurrencies mean, native currencies, I have a video that better explain that. Just get back to me or the person who sent you this, and they can get you that video so that you can understand what cryptocurrency really is and all these currencies we are talking about. So every blockchain have their own currencies. Don't forget that we said the blockchains are like different economies, and every economy, of course, has their own currency. Like, for example, Nigeria is an economy. It has Naira as a currency. The UK is an economy. It has pounds as a currency. America as an economy has dollars as a currency. So that's the way it is on this blockchain technological space. So these blockchains have their own currencies, okay? And we are going to be using the native currency of the Atom blockchain and the AKASHA blockchain. And these native currencies is the ULX and the AKASHA blockchain, all right? So, and the AKASHA currency coin. All right, now you are going to be needing $250 worth of ULX or AKASHA, either of the two. Okay, so now all you need to do is you just load this into your software. Don't worry, there are guides, there are videos to help you, teach you how to do all of this. They are very, very simple things, so you're not going to have any stress. So this $250 worth of ULX or AKASHA, you can load it instrumentally. You don't have to load it all at once. You don't have to load it all at all. Once you buy your $50 software, the next thing is, if you have $50, you can start loading with $50. The next day, you load with maybe $20 if that's what you have. Then the following day, maybe you have another $100. You load it until you are able to put this maximum deposit of $250. For this, the maximum deposit is $250 worth of ULX or AKASHA. Okay, and once that is done, at any point in time, it begins to pay you this. Okay, 5%. 5% when your node is on, meaning the node being on means you want to compound. You want to compound, okay? You want your assets, your stuff to keep growing geometrically. You want to compound. And if you decide that you don't want to compound, you want to be withdrawing twice every month, you want to be withdrawing every month, then all you need to do is put it off, put the node off. So it depends on your choices. Okay, once you put it off, then it pays you 2% every month. 2% every month. But if you put it on to compound, it pays you 5% every month. So that's how it works, and that's how you make money on a daily basis from this. Now, the next package is the standard package. And the standard package is the package or the machine or the software you buy for $250. $250. So once you buy it, you are going to load this with $1,250 worth of ULX or AKASHA. And you can also do this instrumentally. You don't have to load it all at once, okay? So once you have done this on this package, you earn 5% also if you put it on. That is, if you are compounding. And you earn 2% also if you are withdrawing. That is, if it is off every month, 2%. Withdrawing every month, 5% compounding. Okay, then the next one is we have the advanced package. The advanced package costs $750. This software, this machine, the advanced one costs $750. Okay, and once you buy this, you instrumentally or at once, it depends on you, load it with $3,750 worth of ULX or AKASHA. Okay, and once you have loaded it, of course, at any point in time, it pays you 6% every month if you are compounding. That is, if it is on, or 2% every month if it is off. That's if you are withdrawing. Okay, then we go to the next, which is the Pro package. The Pro package is the software or the machine you get for $2,500. Okay, and once you get this, of course, that's your asset, and it keeps printing money for you. But you are going to load this with $12,500 worth of ULX or AKASHA. $12,500 worth of ULX or AKASHA. And once that is done, or at any point in time, this keeps paying you 6% monthly if you leave it on. That is if you are compounding, or 3% monthly if you are withdrawing. That is if you put it off. The choice is yours. You can withdraw every day. I mean, every month. Though it pays you every day. It generates income for you every day, but you can only withdraw twice every month. So meaning you can withdraw monthly. And if you decide to leave it to compound for 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, or whatsoever, you can also leave it. Then when you begin to withdraw, you are going to start withdrawing from your main capital now, from the compounded capital. I'll come to that with time. The next package is the Ultra package, okay? The Ultra package comes for $6,000, okay? $6,000, and you are going to load that with $30,000 worth of ULX or AKASHA, okay? And once you do that, or at any point in time, you begin to pay you 8% every month if it is on, or 3% every month if it is off. You know what that means by now. Then the next one is the elite package, the elite package, which comes for $15,000, okay? And you are going to load that with $75,000 worth of ULX or AKASHA, okay? Instrumentally or at once, depending on you, okay? And this pays you 10% every month if it is on. That is, you are compounding, and it pays you 4% every month if you are withdrawing, if it is off. So I hope this is very clear. This is very clear. This is very clear. So let's quickly go to the next one. I'm trying to make this as short as possible as I can. Now, there is this the biggest package of all, which is not available for all, is available for only to just 100 persons, okay? And this is the super node, okay? Limited availability. This costs $30,000. All right. The machine, the software costs $1,000, and once you buy it, you begin to load it with $300,000 worth of ULX or AKASHA. Okay, and this pays you 12% every month if you put it on. That is if you are compounding, and it pays you 5% every month if it is off. If you are withdrawing. All right, so this gives you all the freedom you want, okay? And of course, 10 years passive income, like I said, pays you for 10 years. This pays you the highest rewards, okay? Then every node owner here also have a share of the 50% of all fees that happens on the network, or transaction fees that happens on the network, okay? So this is all about it now. Let me quickly see if I can do a bit of figure playing with you. If we can, let's play with figures a little bit. Some people want to say this part. Let me just give you some idea by which you can calculate, oh, what can I earn every month if I put so amount? What can I earn if I, let's just play with some figures, some estimates. Might not be the real, but some estimate. Now, let's play with it. Now, let's assuming you are doing the second package. Let's see this package of standard. This package of standard, okay, which is worth 250, and you loaded 1,250. Now let's play with that and see what happens, what you can generate, and monthly and all that. Okay, let's see. Now, if you do that, what happens is this. You have loaded with $150 worth of AKASHA, right? Or ULX. Now, if you put it off, you'll be getting 2%. And 2% of that, when it's off, means you'll be getting $25 every month. $25 every month, okay? This is an estimate. It can be more, all right? Now, if you put it on, you want to compound. At 5%, it pays you $62.5. And of course, it's going to be greater than $62.5 because compounding can be very, very, very crazy, can be very geometrical. So, but this is just an estimate. And let's now imagine that, okay, you got this, you don't want to start withdrawing immediately, which is another choice you can make. And you decide that, okay, let me compound this for 1 year. Let me leave it on and let it compound for 1 year. Now, what's going to happen to you now? If you compound for 1 year, that is at 5%. interest rate, your 1,250 will become $2,224.82 after 1 year. So your capital will grow to this. So now on this capital now is what you will be earning. If you now decide that, oh, let me start withdrawing after 1 year, then you'll be getting 2% of this. Now, and 2% of this, of course, would pay you around $49 to $50 every month. $49 to $50 every month for the next 9 years, because you have compounded for 1 year. So you have 9 years left to earn this every single month. Okay. And you can decide that, oh, let me compound for 2 years, 3 years, then your capital will grow. It can quadruple, it can become massive, so that whenever you decide to start earning daily, that daily earning can become massive too. You can start earning from $100 or more every month. Okay, and if you are compounding monthly on this, you'll be compounding more than $113 every month. Greater than that, greater than that. So that is simple analysis for this. This can open your mind into doing calculations for the other ones. But let me take you through maybe two calculations again, so that you can I can broaden and widen your idea and deepen your idea. Okay, let's imagine you are doing like the third package, which is which you are buying for 2,500 and which you have to fill with $12,500 worth of AKASHA or ULX. Now, what does this give you? If you put this off, it will be paying you 30% off. You want to be withdrawing every month, then you'll be withdrawing here $375 every month for the next 10 years if you leave it off. Okay, but if you leave it on that, you want to be compounding. Okay, it compounds at the rate of greater than $750 monthly for you. Greater than seven, and that can become geometrically and insane. All right. And let's now imagine, oh, I want to leave this for 6 months. I want to own it for 6 months before I start withdrawing anything. I want to leave it on for 6 months. Okay, what happens to you now? Because you are compounding for 6 months, now you at the rate of here 6%. Now your 12,500 will become 17,000, over $17,000, over $17,000 in 6 months. Then if you now decide to withdraw from the seventh month, all you'll be getting every month, that is 3% of this, will give you $532 monthly for the next 9.4 years, because you have compounded for 6 months. So you'll be having 9.4 years left to earn every month $532. Guys, this is massive. This is massive, all right? And if you are compounding, okay, of course, you'll be compounding greater than $1,064, and that can become some enigma earnings. All right, so this is that. Let me quickly see if I can do one more because of our time. All right, so okay, so let's do this. Okay, what's happening? All right, now let's do the 30,000 one. Okay, that is the one you're buying for. Let's check. That is the one you are buying for $6,000. Okay, so you are going to fill that with $30,000. So let's see what that can offer. These are just some rough estimate, just to give you an idea. So okay, this pays you, if you do $30,000, if you put it off, it pays you 3%, which is $900 every month. Wow, this is massive for the next 10 years, guys. And if you leave it on, this pays you higher, 8%. If you are not withdrawing, if you are compounding, which amount to greater than $2,400 monthly, guys. And let's now decide, oh, I want to compound for 6 months only. And after 6 months, I want to be withdrawing my fund for the rest 9.4 months. That's possible. Now, if you do that at the rate of 8%, your $30,000 would become over $47,000. As you can see, over $47,000. And if you withdraw every month at 3%, you'll be getting $1,428. $1,428. And you earn that for the next 9.4 years. This is 9.4 and not 9.5. 9.4 years, guys. And you can also decide, oh, you want to compound for 2 years, 3 years, and this $47,000 can be almost or over $100,000. And that can be very, very massive, guys. That can be very, very massive. So these are just some estimates to give you an idea and deepen your idea about this, so you can just do that all by yourself as well for whatever package if you want to come in. Okay, and importantly, all nodes are paying you every day. withdrawable every month. And not just those notes earning. Now there's a kind of earning we've not talked about, which is 50% of daily transaction fees. And this will be huge. This will be huge. I remember on some blockchain like Solana, this amounts to about 15 to 30 million dollars in earnings, you know, just from transaction fees, because this is the most place these blockchains get their money from, and they are worth billions of dollars. So you can imagine in some years when this will be huge, imagine what you can become or what you can be a part of just through this. Guys, the opportunities here is mind-blowing, if only if you can see it. All right, so that is that. So let me quickly round this up as much as I can. Let me quickly round this up. Now, let me quickly run through the advantages over other money-making ways in crypto. The advantages of this: number one, no knowledge or skill is needed. Your node generates income for you. That you should understand by now. You are not doing anything. Number two, no action. The system does it all for you. Number three, generate daily cash flow. This gives you daily cash flow like no other thing. Okay. Number four, earn only interest while your capital remains. Your capital remains. All you'll be earning for that 10 years is just interest. Then at the end of the 10 years, okay, your capital comes back to you. Now, let's me do another quick scenario for you in calculation. You get your capital back after 10 years of daily passive income. Imagine. Let's say now, for example, you come in with the node of the $250 that you have to load with $1,250. Okay, now you've earned seriously for 10 years. Now, at the end of 10 years, you are going to get your $1,250 back. That is if you have earned. That means if you put it off and you are earning for the straight 10 years, at the end of the day, your money comes back to you. But let's imagine a scenario. Let's say somebody decides that, oh, I have other things I'm doing, but let me just invest this thing and compound it for 10 years. Though I don't know, maybe anybody want to do that. But let's imagine. But somebody says, oh, I'm making money from every other means. I have other things I'm doing that's giving, but let me just leave this, lock it up for 10 years and compound it. If this kind of person exists and compounds this $1,250 for 10 years, you know the power of compounding. This $1,250 would become over $4 million in compounding. Over $4 million, guys. You know, this is simple to calculate. You can just do all of that or get in touch with me later to give you some calculations, because this is making this video too long. But I'm just trying to show you the bigger picture here so that you can get the full gist. All right. So, and the biggest take for me, guys, is this. I should tell you this. The biggest take for me is that you cannot lose on the blockchain. You can never lose on the blockchain. It's high time, you know, we people stop chasing Ponzi's, stop chasing things that are outdated, that can never pay you, that things that put you in problems, losing your money. The blockchain is a technology you should understand. It's a technology. It's like the internet. It can never die. It can never fade. It is secure. It is transparent. It is safe. So why looking at other things? Why not just come invest on the blockchain and have peace of mind and have rest of mind and let your integrity be maintained with people? Guys, the key to be involved with a reliable blockchain, the key is to be involved with a reliable blockchain like AKASHA. Okay, this is the simplest, easiest, safest chance for you to grow your wealth in crypto, especially if you had missed out on great blockchain projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and the rest. Don't ever miss this chance, guys. This might just be your last chance, because things like this don't come every day, and this is a knowledge that is worth paying for, and you are getting it for free. So because of that, don't take this for granted. Go do your research if you want to. Get in touch with anybody who share this with you. Get in touch with me, and you will be guided on how to get the best experience with this. All right. So get in touch with me now, or anyone who share this with you, and let's get you started right now. Once again, my name is Abiodun Ifeke Smith. I'm your crypto pro, and I'm saying if you get involved with this, the sky is your starting point. And the truth is, you want to hear the truth? This will set your foot on the path to financial freedom with peace of mind. Until then, until I see you again, I pray for all the success, and we meet on the beaches of the world. Bye.